Hello, people, and welcome back to the Sleepy Science Lab. Tonight, we're taking a quiet journey into a universe that doesn't hang in the sky, but lives inside you. A hidden cosmos made of cells, signals, memories, and defense strategies. Your immune system. It's one of nature's greatest masterpieces, a living, breathing shield built from countless microscopic guardians who never take a break. The system learns, it adapts, it remembers, and it performs all of its miracles silently without ever asking for your attention. Imagine a network so immense it touches every corner of your body, and a design so ancient that sharks, trees, and you all share parts of its blueprint. In tonight's calm exploration, we'll uncover how your body fights off danger, repairs itself, teaches its cells, and even negotiates peace when needed. You'll hear about the cells that sacrifice themselves, the ones that act like lightning, and the delicate rhythms that protect you with every breath, every bite of food, and every moment of sleep. If these peaceful deep dives help you unwind, feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a gentle thought below. It helps others find their way here, one sleepy traveler at a time. But for now, exhale. Let your body soften, let your eyes grow heavy, and settle into rest. Let's begin a silent network that never sleeps. Right now, this very moment, your immune system is scanning every corner of your body. Even as you blink or breathe, it's quietly making its rounds, drifting through your blood and tissues like a silent surveillance network. Millions of cells cruise through your system, checking tiny biological details you'll never notice. They're searching for patterns that don't belong, signs of infection, fragments of viruses, or even a single damaged cell that might become a threat. This entire process repeats endlessly, day and night. No pause, no break. Even while you sleep, your immune system stays fully awake, catching dangers long before you feel the first hint of a symptom. It doesn't roar or make a scene, but it's one of the most ancient and sophisticated intelligence systems on Earth, operating inside you every second of your life. Your body's defense has many layers. Your immune system isn't a single structure. It's a castle made of many overlapping defenses. On the outside, your skin forms the first protective wall, keeping most invaders from ever entering. Just beneath that, fast-acting immune cells stand ready to respond instantly to anything suspicious. No waiting, no thinking required. Deeper still, a slower, highly specialized layer learns from experience. This is the memory of your immunity, the part that recognizes past threats and reacts even faster the next time. These layers aren't separate teams. They're constantly communicating, sending signals back and forth, adjusting strength, shifting strategies. If a danger is stopped early, the deeper defenses stay quiet. But if something slips through, the entire system awakens. This is what gives your immunity its power: resilience, adaptability, and coordination. Your skin is a living, fortified shield. Your skin is far more than a covering. It's a living barrier guarding your entire outer surface with remarkable precision. The topmost layer, made of tightly packed dead cells, forms a dry, acidic shield where most microbes simply can't survive. Beneath it, living cells stay on alert, ready to react the moment something breaks through the surface. A tiny scrape or small cut instantly triggers a rush of activity. Blood vessels widen, immune cells race forward, and cleanup begins long before you even notice you're hurt. Even when uninjured, your skin is constantly defending you, releasing oils and natural chemicals that repel harmful microbes and supporting friendly ones that help keep invaders away. It senses temperature, pressure, and pain, sending information to help you stay safe. Your skin is a boundary, a communication system, a habitat, and sometimes even a battlefield, all working quietly to keep you protected. Mucus, the underrated guardian. Mucus might not get much respect, but it's one of the most adaptable shields your body has. It coats your nose, throat, lungs, and digestive tract, creating a constantly moving layer that traps viruses, bacteria, dust, and pollen long before they reach your cells. Inside this smooth, protective layer are enzymes that break apart microbes, antibodies that latch onto invaders, and proteins that block germs from attaching to your tissues. Tiny hairs in your airways sweep mucus upward, carrying trapped particles toward the throat where they can be safely swallowed and destroyed by stomach acid. In the gut, mucus keeps trillions of bacteria at a safe distance from the cells that absorb nutrients, maintaining harmony between two very different worlds. It's endlessly renewed, always alert, and constantly changing its thickness and chemistry based on what your body senses around it. Quiet, unnoticed, and tireless, mucus is one of your most important defenders. Your body's defense has many layers. Your immune system isn't a single structure. It's a castle made of many overlapping defenses. On the outside, your skin forms the first protective wall, keeping most invaders from ever entering. Just beneath that, fast-acting immune cells stand ready to respond instantly to anything suspicious. No waiting, no thinking required. Deeper still, a slower, highly specialized layer learns from experience. This is the memory of your immunity, the part that recognizes past threats and reacts even faster the next time. These layers aren't separate teams. They're constantly communicating, sending signals back and forth, adjusting strength, shifting strategies. If a danger is stopped early, the deeper defenses stay quiet. But if something slips through, the entire system awakens. This is what gives your immunity its power: resilience, adaptability, and coordination. Your skin is a living, fortified shield. Your skin is far more than a covering. It's a living barrier guarding your entire outer surface with remarkable precision. The topmost layer, made of tightly packed dead cells, forms a dry, acidic shield where most microbes simply can't survive. Beneath it, living cells stay on alert, ready to react the moment something breaks through the surface. A tiny scrape or small cut instantly triggers a rush of activity. Blood vessels widen, immune cells race forward, and cleanup begins long before you even notice you're hurt. Even when uninjured, your skin is constantly defending you, releasing oils and natural chemicals that repel harmful microbes, and supporting friendly ones that help keep invaders away. It senses temperature, pressure, and pain, sending information to help you stay safe. Your skin is a boundary, a communication system, a habitat, and sometimes even a battlefield, all working quietly to keep you protected.
Tears do far more than keep your eyes comfortable. Each blink spreads a powerful blend of defenses across the surface. Enzymes that slice open bacterial walls, salts that create a harsh environment for microbes, and antibodies that lock onto viruses before they can even land. With every gentle sweep of your eyelids, dust, microbes, and irritants are lifted away before they ever have a chance to settle. Saliva offers the same kind of protection in your mouth and throat. It rinses away harmful particles, begins breaking down food, and creates conditions where dangerous microbes struggle to survive. Even better, it carries friendly bacteria that keep more harmful species under control. These fluids are not just moisture, they're carefully crafted shields renewed throughout the day, guarding you each time you talk, breathe, eat, or simply move through the world. Your stomach, a chamber of acid and defense. Before most invaders even reach your immune cells, they must pass through one of the harshest environments in your body, your stomach. Its acidic bath is strong enough to unravel proteins, dissolve bacterial walls, and neutralize viruses swallowed in food or swept from your airways into your throat. Very few microbes can withstand such a hostile environment. Most threats are destroyed long before they have any chance to continue deeper into the body. Yet your stomach manages a delicate balance. It protects itself from its own corrosive acid by coating its walls with thick mucus and constantly renewing its cells. It breaks food into nutrients while simultaneously dismantling danger. The next time you take a bite, remember, long before digestion begins, defense is already at work. White blood cells are your body's guided responders. White blood cells aren't drifting aimlessly inside you. They're following trails, responding to signals, and tracking danger like microscopic investigators. Injured or stressed cells release chemical distress messages, and white blood cells move toward these signals, navigating the body like they're following a scent on the wind. Once they arrive, they shift shape, wrap around invaders, release chemicals that tear apart microbial structures, and even eject web-like nets made from their own DNA to trap invaders in place. Their lives are short, sometimes just hours, but they don't need a long lifespan to be effective. They strike fast, hit hard, and then step aside so other immune cells can take over. Without neutrophils, even a small infection could grow out of control before the rest of the immune system had time to organize. They are the shock troops of your defense, uncelebrated, tireless, and essential. Macrophages, the body's patient cleanup crew. Macrophages are among the most adaptable and long-lived defenders you have. They sit quietly in your tissues, waiting for anything unfamiliar. When they detect bacteria, damaged cells, or debris, they surround it, engulf it, and break it down in an internal chamber filled with digestive enzymes. But their role goes way beyond cleanup. After digesting an invader, macrophages present pieces of it to other immune cells, teaching your body what the threat looked like so it can respond faster next time. They also guide healing by clearing dead cells and releasing signals that encourage new tissue to grow. Macrophages adjust their behavior depending on the situation. In times of danger, they become aggressive defenders. During recovery, they shift into gentle caretakers. Patient, flexible, and deeply attuned to the body, they help maintain balance between destruction and repair. Dendritic cells, the master messengers. Dendritic cells serve as the immune system's master communicators, bridging the outer world and your deeper layers of defense. They collect samples from anything entering damaged tissue, whether it's a virus, a splinter, or a stray particle of protein. Once they've gathered enough information, they travel to the nearest lymph node where thousands of immune cells are waiting. There, they display tiny fragments of what they found, explaining exactly what the threat looks like and how dangerous it might be. This moment is crucial. The entire adaptive immune system, your personalized, learning-based layer of defense, relies on the instructions dendritic cells give. Without them, your immune system would still be strong, but blind. Calm and observant in peaceful times, urgent and precise in crisis, Dendritic cells are key to making sure your body responds not just powerfully, but intelligently. Natural killer cells, swift guardians against cancer. Natural killer cells, or NK cells, have a unique gift. They can detect and eliminate cancerous cells without needing any prior training. As they patrol nearby tissues, they scan the surfaces of cells, looking for subtle signals of distress. Healthy cells display reassuring molecular IDs that say everything is fine here. But cells that are stressed, damaged, or transformed often lose these markers and show warning flags of internal trouble. NK cells read this imbalance instantly. Within minutes, they latch on to the suspicious cell, form a tight seal, and release perforin, proteins that punch tiny pores through the target's membrane. Through these openings, they send in granzyme molecules that activate a clean, controlled self-destruct program. If antibodies have already attached to a target, NK cells can perform a specialized strike by recognizing the antibody tails and finishing the job. Then, without hesitation, they move on. This constant patrol eliminates threats long before they grow noticeable, trimming early tumors and removing virus-altered cells while you live your day completely unaware. Memory T cells, keeping a record for decades. After an infection fades, most T cells retire, but a small group stays behind as memory T cells. They're not idle. They quietly rehearse the details of the invader they once fought, what it looked like, how it behaved, and the best strategies to defeat it. Some roam through the bloodstream and lymphatic system, checking key points like guards on patrol. Others settle into tissues where the battle once occurred, remaining on site as dedicated watchmen. They respond faster than first-time fighters, multiply more rapidly, and need fewer signals to launch an attack. Many survive for decades, supported by gentle renewal signals that keep them alive and ready. When a familiar threat returns, memory T cells compress days of preparation into mere hours. That speed can be the difference between a mild sniffle and severe illness. Vaccines take advantage of this system, creating a long-lasting team of memory cells so your body can skip the slow learning stage and move straight into confident, targeted defense. Helper T cells, the generals of the immune army. Helper T cells don't wield the strongest weapons, but their decisions guide the entire battle. They listen to the reports brought by sentinel cells, study the fragments of the threat, and choose the most effective strategy. One command prepares the body to eliminate microbes hiding inside cells. Another strengthens defenses against parasites that must be expelled. Sometimes they guide antibody-producing cells, B cells, to sharpen their aim or switch to the type of antibody most effective for the environment, whether it's the bloodstream, lungs, or gut. With precise combinations of chemical signals, helper T cells instruct macrophages when to become more aggressive, direct neutrophils where to converge, and encourage B cells to refine their designs through repeated cycles of mutation and testing. And when the danger is gone, helper T cells know how to quiet the battlefield so healing can begin. Without their coordination, immune responses would be chaotic and wasteful. With them, the system behaves like a unified, purposeful organism. B cells, makers of Y-shaped antibody shields. Every B cell begins with a unique design, a prototype Y-shaped molecule on its surface that recognizes a unique molecular pattern from the outside world. When that exact pattern appears during an infection, the matching B cell receives help, rapidly multiplies, and begins releasing vast numbers of antibodies that travel through your tissues and bloodstream. These antibodies can glue invaders together so they cannot move, block the entry points viruses use to infect cells, and mark threats for destruction by other defenders. With coaching from helper T cells, some B cells move into specialized training zones where their designs are deliberately mutated and improved. Only the strongest binders survive this trial. The best of them become long-lived plasma cells that settle in the bone marrow, steadily producing antibodies for years. Others become memory B cells, ready to leap into action if the threat returns. Behind the scenes, this quiet manufacturing network supports some of the most durable forms of immunity you possess. Billions of antibodies from a single blueprint. The staggering variety of antibodies your body can create isn't stored like a library of finished books, it's generated on demand. Early in a B cell's life, the gene segments that build the arms of the Y-shaped molecule are shuffled and spliced together in countless combinations. Extra diversity is added by trimming or inserting random nucleotides at the joints. Later, during an immune response, successful designs undergo tiny, deliberate mutations, each followed by rigorous testing. Weak binders are discarded, strong binders advance. The result is a universe of potential keys ready to match the endless locks nature might present. You don't need to encounter every microbe to be prepared for it. Your immune system explores the landscape of shapes ahead of time and chooses the winners only when a real challenge appears. This creative engine gives immunity its astonishing adaptability. Bone marrow, the hidden factory of life. Deep inside your long bones, in quiet, dark chambers, a living workshop operates every moment of your life. Hematopoietic stem cells rest in protected niches, responding to subtle signals from surrounding support cells. When the body calls for reinforcements, these stem cells divide and branch out into the many lineages the immune system needs, from swift neutrophils to patient B cells to disciplined T cell precursors. During times of infection, the marrow can switch into emergency mode, producing extra waves of short-lived soldiers to meet sudden demand. It adjusts with remarkable precision, sensing the seasons of your body's needs. Even during peaceful moments, the system never truly rests. When the body is calm, the immune factory shifts into maintenance mode, repairing, renewing, and pacing itself so the stem cell reservoir can last a lifetime. Freshly formed cells slip out through tiny blood channels and join the circulation, already carrying instructions, destinations, and timetables. Some will live only a few hours. Others will settle deep into tissues and serve for years. But every single one traces its roots back to this hidden workshop that never shuts down. Now, let's step into one of the most remarkable training academies in the body, the thymus. T cells arrive here like rookie recruits. Their mission? Prove they can defend the body without turning against it. In the first training halls, they must show they can recognize the body's communication system, the molecules that present information on every cell. Failure means immediate dismissal. But the next round is even tougher. Inside deeper chambers, they are exposed to a huge library of normal self molecules, including proteins from organs they will never directly visit. Any trainee that reacts too strongly is removed for safety. Only a small, disciplined group graduates, T cells with mature skills, sharp awareness, and the self-control needed to patrol without causing chaos. This early training shapes your immune tone for life, and even though the thymus shrinks with age, the imprint it leaves on your T cells never fades. It stops your everyday life from becoming a war zone, while keeping you ready for real threats. From here, let's move to the immune system's strategic checkpoints, the lymph nodes. These tiny hubs sit along the drainage routes that carry fluid from tissues back into the bloodstream. When that fluid enters a lymph node, it slows down and flows through a delicate mesh that exposes every particle to the resident sentinels. Dendritic cells arrive with samples from the battlefield and climb to central platforms to brief incoming T cells. Nearby, B cells gather in compact halls that can transform overnight into bustling training centers where stronger, more precise antibodies are built. Specialized blood vessels ensure a steady stream of fresh lymphocytes can enter, patrol, and exit. When trouble brews, the lymph node swells as cell numbers surge and new structures rapidly form. When peace returns, everything shrinks back to normal, as if nothing ever happened. This traffic control and information exchange allow a tiny signal from the skin or gut to spark a focused, full-body response without wasting time or energy. Next, we zoom into one of your body's most underrated defenders, the spleen. While the lymph nodes monitor the slow drainage from tissues, the spleen watches the fast-moving bloodstream itself. In one region, aging red blood cells are tested as they squeeze through tight passages. Those that fail are gently dismantled and recycled. In another region, clusters of immune cells inspect whatever the blood carries, from bacterial pieces to virus-coated particles. If danger is spotted, the spleen shifts instantly into command center mode. It releases stored platelets, summons immune fighters, and directs antibody-marked targets toward efficient destruction. People can live without a spleen, but their risk from certain bacteria, especially encapsulated ones, rises sharply. Far from being a passive organ, the spleen is a vigilant filter and a rapid response station protecting the clarity and safety of your blood. Now let's travel to the immune system's busiest immune arena of all, the gut, home to nearly 70% of your immune cells. And that concentration is no coincidence. Your intestines form the longest border between your body and the outside world. Nutrients pass through, but potential pathogens must be stopped. Immune tissues line every part of this landscape, from shallow layers just beneath the surface to deeper hubs connected to lymph nodes. Specialized cells sample whatever passes by and deliver tiny reports to nearby sentinels. Friendly microbes are welcomed and supported because they help keep harmful organisms under control. When a real threat shows up, the gut launches quick, localized responses that neutralize danger without derailing digestion. Antibodies designed for mucosal surfaces are produced and released into the gut. Regulatory circuits suppress unnecessary alarm signals so that food doesn't trigger chaos. This constant balancing act between vigilance and peace creates a dynamic frontier where most of your immune system lives, learns, and protects you around the clock. And the story doesn't end there, because living right beside those immune cells is one of your greatest allies, the gut microbiome. This enormous microbial community isn't just along for the ride, it's an active partner, teaching, signaling, and shaping your immune responses every single hour. From birth, these microbes educate immune cells, helping them distinguish harmless visitors from true threats. They release molecules that calm inflammation when it's unnecessary and boost it when danger is real. They even influence how immune cells develop, sculpting the balance between aggression and tolerance. When the microbiome is diverse and stable, your immune system becomes sharper, steadier, and more intelligent. But when this community is disrupted by infection, stress, or antibiotics, the immune balance can wobble, reacting either too weakly or too aggressively. These microbes aren't merely tolerated, they're trusted instructors, shaping immune intelligence and protecting the delicate frontier between the outside world and your inner cells. Before a baby's immune system can stand on its own, it receives something remarkable, a direct lifeline of protection from its mother. Breast milk acts like a temporary immune system, delivering ready-made defenses long before the infant can produce its own. It carries antibodies shaped by the mother's lifetime of encounters with viruses and bacteria. These antibodies glide through the infant's gut, neutralizing harmful microbes and coating the intestine with a protective shield. But the gift goes far deeper than that. Breast milk also contains complex sugars designed to feed specific beneficial bacteria, guiding the newborn's microbiome into a healthy, balanced community. It even transports live immune cells, capable of patrolling the baby's tissues and responding to early threats. Each feeding is more than nutrition. It's a transfer of wisdom, strategy, and protection. This borrowed immunity bridges the early months of life, carrying the child safely until its own defenses begin to mature.
Now let's move from the power of protection to what happens when immunity misfires. One striking example is the butterfly rash in lupus. In systemic lupus erythematosus, the immune system loses its way and begins treating the body's own tissues as enemy targets. A red, butterfly-shaped rash across the cheeks and nose becomes one of the most recognizable signs. And while it appears on the skin, the problem runs far deeper. Instead of defending against microbes, immune cells and antibodies start attacking the body's own DNA and proteins. These antibody protein clusters circulate through the bloodstream and ignite inflammation wherever they settle, from the skin to the kidneys, even the brain. Sunlight often worsens the rash because ultraviolet light alters skin proteins, attracting more rogue immune attention. This butterfly pattern becomes a visible reminder of how delicate the balance of immunity truly is, how dangerous it can be when a protective system points its weapons inward. Let's shift to another form of confusion: allergies. When you experience an allergic reaction, it's not because your immune system is weak, it's because it has overreacted to something harmless, like pollen, dust, or a peanut protein. The mistake begins the very first time the immune system encounters the allergen and labels it as a threat. It builds specific antibodies against that harmless substance and waits. The next time the allergen appears, those antibodies set off a chain reaction, releasing histamine and other chemicals that cause sneezing, itching, swelling, or in severe cases, something far more dangerous. These extreme responses originally evolved to expel parasites or neutralize venom quickly. But in modern environments where true threats are rare, the same defenses can become exaggerated and misdirected. Allergies are not weakness, they are overvigilance, a system tuned just a little too tightly. This brings us to a deeper malfunction: autoimmune diseases, where immunity turns fully against the body. Under normal circumstances, immune cells are trained to recognize and ignore the body's own tissues. But in autoimmune conditions like type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, or rheumatoid arthritis, that training breaks down. Immune cells begin targeting healthy tissues, the insulin-producing cells of the pancreas, the protective sheath around nerves, or the lining of joints. This internal attack often begins quietly, developing over years before symptoms appear. Its roots are complex: genetics, infections, hormonal shifts, and environmental triggers can all blur the system's ability to distinguish friend from foe. Once the attack begins, it can sustain itself through feedback loops of inflammation and tissue damage. Treatments focus on calming the immune response without leaving the body defenseless. Autoimmunity reveals both the incredible power and the delicate fragility of a system that must balance aggression with tolerance every moment of your life. Now let's look at immune responses that seem harmful but are actually purposeful, starting with fever. Fever isn't a malfunction, it's a strategy. When your temperature rises during an infection, it's because your immune system has intentionally raised the thermostat. Higher heat slows down many pathogens and makes it harder for them to multiply. At the same time, elevated temperatures help immune cells move faster, communicate better, and destroy invaders more efficiently. Meanwhile, the liver locks away iron and zinc, minerals bacteria desperately need to grow. Your muscles ache and fatigue set in, not as signs of weakness, but as your body urging you to rest and conserve energy for the battle. The brain carefully controls this response using chemicals called pyrogens, and once the threat fades, the internal thermostat resets and the body releases the excess heat. Fever is not an accident of illness, it's a calculated, ancient survival tactic. A similar story unfolds with inflammation, which is best understood as a controlled fire designed to protect and repair. When tissue is injured or invaded by microbes, immune cells ignite a precisely coordinated response. Blood flow increases, defenders flood the area, and repair molecules rush in. Redness, warmth, swelling, and pain follow, classic signs of inflammation. But none of this is random. This controlled blaze contains damage, destroys intruders, clears debris, and signals the body to rebuild. It's one of the oldest and most reliable tools of the immune system, powerful, necessary, and, when regulated correctly, life-saving.
Inflammation begins with a simple but powerful shift. Blood vessels widen, opening the gates so white blood cells can move in quickly. Chemical signals ripple outward, calling in specialized cleaners and fighters. Dead cells are broken down, debris is swept away, and growth factors are released to prepare the damaged area for repair. Like a controlled fire, inflammation is essential, but it must stay contained. If it spreads too far or burns for too long, it can damage healthy tissue and fuel chronic disease. That's why the body uses regulatory pathways to extinguish the flame once the job is done, restoring balance so true healing can begin. And here's the remarkable part. Without inflammation, healing wouldn't happen at all. Every cut, bruise, or scrape sets off this orchestrated response. Immune cells rush in to eliminate microbes that might invade the wound. Platelets form a clot and release signals that summon white blood cells. Macrophages arrive to digest dead cells and haul away the trash. In the process, they release proteins that encourage new blood vessels to grow and fibroblasts to lay down fresh collagen. Only when this cleanup and rebuilding is complete do calming signals fade the inflammation and guide the skin or tissue back to normal. Healing depends on this first wave of controlled fire. Without it, even the smallest wound would remain vulnerable and open. Now let's move from healing to something even more incredible. Your immune system remembers every battle. Long after an infection is gone, the immune system stores a detailed record of the encounter. Specialized memory T cells and memory B cells can persist for years, sometimes decades, patrolling the body or waiting quietly in tissues where they might be needed again. If the same invader returns, these memory cells spring into action instantly. They don't need to relearn anything. They already know the enemy and the winning strategy. This kind of immune memory is so strong that a single childhood infection can protect a person for life. It's one of the immune system's greatest achievements, transforming temporary battles into lifelong defense. And this brings us to one of humanity's most powerful tools, vaccines. A vaccine introduces a harmless version or piece of a pathogen, giving the immune system a safe preview. Dendritic cells collect that information and deliver it to T cells and B cells in the lymph nodes. Antibodies are created. Memory cells are formed. The immune system practices and perfects the defense without the danger of real illness. Later, if the actual pathogen appears, the body reacts as though it has already fought and won, stopping the threat before it can cause serious harm. Vaccines don't bypass immunity, they teach it. Using the same biological processes the body relies on during natural infections, but without the risks. And when many people in a community are protected, something extraordinary happens. Herd immunity. When enough individuals build immunity through vaccination or past infection, a pathogen loses its ability to spread freely. Transmission slows. Outbreaks shrink. Vulnerable people, newborns, elders, and those with weaker immune systems gain protection from the collective shield surrounding them. Herd immunity doesn't require everyone to be immune. It only requires enough immune individuals to break the chain of infection. It's a reminder that immunity is not only a personal safeguard, it's a public good that protects the entire community. But what happens as we grow older? Our immune system changes too. This gradual shift is called immunosenescence, the aging of the immune system. The thymus shrinks, producing fewer new T cells. Memory cells accumulate but may become less effective. Communication between different branches of the immune system slows. This is why older adults face higher risks from infections, respond less strongly to vaccines, and experience more chronic inflammation. But here's the encouraging part. Immune aging isn't a one-way decline. Regular exercise, a nutrient-rich diet full of antioxidants, good sleep, reduced stress, and a diverse gut microbiome all help maintain stronger immune function. Research even shows that vaccines tend to work better in older adults who stay physically active. Aging may be inevitable, but immune decline doesn't have to be.
As we grow older, our bodies undoubtedly change, but age doesn't erase our ability to strengthen and protect our immune system. Even later in life, the immune system remains surprisingly flexible, ready to improve when we give it the right care and stimulation. And one of the most powerful boosters we have? Sleep. When you drift off at night, your body doesn't switch off. Instead, it shifts into a mode where the immune system becomes sharper and more efficient. Key immune cells become more active, circulating with renewed energy. Deep sleep triggers the release of growth hormone, which repairs and builds immune tissues, while stress hormones, the ones that weaken immunity, drop to their lowest levels. During this quiet window, memory T cells strengthen their bonds and refine their ability to recognize threats they've seen before. Even vaccines work better when the body has been well rested. But the opposite is also true. Just one poor night of sleep can reduce the number of natural killer cells available the next day. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's a biological requirement for a strong, coordinated, and focused immune defense. But sleep isn't the only key player. Another force quietly shaping our immunity is stress, especially long-term stress. The stress response is built for emergencies. When the brain senses danger, it floods the body with adrenaline and cortisol, preparing us to react quickly. For short bursts, this is helpful, but when stress becomes chronic, the body never returns to balance. Cortisol stays high, shrinking the thymus, reducing circulating lymphocytes, and weakening the communication signals between immune cells. Inflammation becomes unpredictable, wounds heal more slowly, and even vaccines may produce weaker responses. When the mind is overloaded, the immune system runs out of fuel. Reducing stress isn't just about emotional well-being, it is essential for rebuilding a resilient immune system that can respond with strength instead of fatigue. And the story goes even deeper because loneliness, something many people underestimate, also affects immunity in measurable ways. Loneliness isn't only felt emotionally. Your immune system feels it too. People who experience chronic loneliness often show higher inflammatory markers in their blood, as if the body is preparing for injury that never arrives. Meanwhile, genes responsible for antiviral defense become less active, weakening the body's guard against infections. This ancient survival pattern once protected humans living in isolation, but today it backfires, making individuals more vulnerable to colds, a slower recovery, and diseases tied to inflammation. Building meaningful social connections is more than emotional support. It is a biological nourishment that keeps the immune system balanced and ready to respond. Another natural immune booster comes from something simple and accessible: exercise. But not just for fitness, for immunity at the cellular level. Physical activity mobilizes immune cells, improves circulation, and helps clear out aging or ineffective cells that may clog the system. During moderate exercise, white blood cells move more efficiently through the bloodstream, allowing them to detect early signs of infection more effectively. Over time, regular movement helps maintain the size and function of the thymus, one of the main training centers for T cells. It reduces inflammation, lowers stress hormones, and even supports a healthier gut microbiome. A single workout can temporarily boost natural killer cells, enhancing the body's ability to eliminate abnormal cells. The benefits build with consistency. Gentle, steady exercise strengthens immunity, while extreme overtraining can temporarily suppress it. Balance is the secret. Exercise isn't just movement, it's medicine that flows through every organ. Behind all these processes is something remarkable: the immune system's chemical language. Immune cells don't need physical contact to communicate. Instead, they speak through chemical messengers like cytokines, chemokines, and growth factors. These messages can stay local, whispering instructions to nearby cells, or travel through the bloodstream to signal a full body response. A single macrophage facing an invader can release signals that recruit neutrophils, widen blood vessels, and prepare nearby tissues for inflammation. T cells can send messages that shift the immune response toward antibody production, cell destruction, or repair. Even the brain listens to these signals, adjusting mood and behavior during illness. This chemical communication system is fast, precise, and endlessly adaptable. It allows the immune system to behave like one unified intelligence. Even though its cells are scattered throughout the body, each one tuned into the same biochemical conversation.
Cytokines are the immune system's messengers, capable of calling in backup or, in rare moments, triggering a storm. In a healthy, well-regulated immune response, cytokines direct immune resources precisely where they're needed, guiding white blood cells on when to arrive, what actions to take, and when it's time to stand down. But when this communication system loses control, things can turn dangerous. A cytokine storm is a runaway cascade where immune cells release far too many signals, summoning more and more cells and creating severe inflammation and tissue damage. This can happen during infections like severe influenza or untreated sepsis, where the body's desperate attempt to protect itself can end up becoming life-threatening. Modern medicine often uses drugs that block specific cytokines to help calm these storms. And beyond emergencies, understanding cytokine behavior is crucial for treating chronic diseases, conditions where low-grade inflammation smolders for years, wearing down joints, blood vessels, and organs. Cytokines can bring remarkable order when balanced and chaos when mismanaged.
Another powerful tool in the immune system's arsenal is heat. Your body can intentionally raise its internal temperature to weaken invading pathogens. When the brain detects an infection, it resets your internal thermostat, triggering shivers to generate heat and constricting blood vessels to keep warmth close to vital organs. As the temperature rises, many viruses and bacteria struggle to reproduce. Meanwhile, immune cells move faster, respond more aggressively, and release more defensive chemicals. Fever also lowers iron levels in the blood, depriving bacteria of a nutrient they depend on. This controlled rise in heat isn't an accident. It's a carefully coordinated defense strategy found in mammals, birds, and even reptiles. The discomfort of fever is not a malfunction. It's a sign that the body is shifting the battlefield in favor of the immune system. The immune system also has a remarkable ability to learn from harmless mimics. Some microbes disguise themselves so well that the immune system struggles to detect them. Others resemble dangerous pathogens just enough to trigger a useful but safe immune response. These fake threats can act like accidental teachers, training immune cells to respond faster when a real enemy arrives. This concept is one of the foundations of modern vaccines, but it also happens naturally. Certain gut bacteria display molecular patterns similar to harmful microbes, giving the immune system valuable practice. Even fragments of dead viruses or bacteria lingering in the environment can offer lessons. This ability to learn through imitation allows the immune system to prepare long before danger truly appears. Your blood type also plays a subtle role in immune responses. Blood types aren't just important for transfusions. They reflect molecular signatures on red blood cells that can influence how the immune system interacts with pathogens. People with type O blood, for example, lack A and B antigens, which may give them some protection against infections like malaria or severe dengue fever. Meanwhile, type A has been linked with a higher risk of certain cancers and stronger reactions to some viruses. Even natural antibodies against other blood types can influence how infections spread through communities. During pandemics, researchers often observe patterns showing which blood groups may be more vulnerable. While blood type doesn't determine immunity, it can shift the balance, and across millions of people, these small differences can shape the spread of disease. Another fascinating layer of immunity lies in the lifespan of immune cells. Some live only hours, others can persist for decades. Neutrophils rush to the site of infection and typically die within a day, sacrificing themselves to contain danger. In contrast, memory T cells can survive for years, patrolling the body with the wisdom of past encounters. Macrophages may live an entire lifetime within a single tissue, quietly cleaning debris and responding when trouble appears. Plasma cells in the bone marrow can continue producing antibodies long after the original infection is gone. Even within the same category of cells, life expectancy varies. A neutrophilic cell in the skin may live only a few days, while one sheltered in a lymph node may last much longer. This balance of short-term responders and long-term guardians gives the immune system both speed and memory, creating a flexible and powerful defense. And this protection begins before birth. Even in the womb, long before a baby's first breath, the immune system receives crucial support. Through the placenta, the mother passes antibodies directly into the fetus's bloodstream, offering protection against threats she has already faced. These antibodies stay active for months after birth, forming a protective bridge until the baby's own immune system gains full strength.
Picture a network so vast it reaches every corner of your body. Imagine a program so ancient that even sharks and trees share parts of its code. In this exploration, you'll witness how your body fights, repairs, teaches, and negotiates. You'll meet cells that sacrifice themselves, others that strike with lightning speed, and discover how every breath, every meal, and every moment of rest contributes to this intricate dance of protection and balance. If you enjoy these quiet journeys, consider liking, subscribing, or sharing your thoughts below. Each action helps another curious soul find their way here. For now, just breathe. Let your eyes grow heavy and allow your body to sink into rest. Let's begin. The constant watch of the immune system. Your immune system never sleeps. Even now, as you breathe and blink, millions of cells patrol your bloodstream and tissues, scanning for the tiniest irregularities, a fragment of viral code, a damaged cell, or an unfamiliar signal. This process is continuous, thorough, and silent, working 24 hours a day to defend you before you even notice a threat. Your immunity is layered, like a castle with overlapping defenses. The outermost barrier, your skin, blocks most invaders. Beneath that, fast-acting cells respond immediately to danger. Deeper inside lies a more specialized system that learns from experience, remembering past threats to react faster the next time they appear. These layers communicate constantly, balancing responses and adapting seamlessly. Your skin and mucus are first lines of defense. Your skin is more than a covering, it's a living shield. The outer layer of tightly packed dead cells forms an acidic barrier that most microbes cannot survive on. Beneath it, living cells spring into action the moment the surface is broken. Even when uninjured, your skin secretes oils and chemicals to discourage harmful microbes while supporting friendly ones that crowd out invaders. It senses temperature, pressure, and pain, passing that information along so your body can respond. Mucus may seem ordinary, but it's a powerful defense system. From your nose to your lungs and intestines, it traps viruses, bacteria, dust, and pollen. Enzymes break apart microbes, antibodies hold invaders in place, and proteins prevent germs from attaching to tissues. Tiny hairs sweep mucus outward, ensuring trapped particles are neutralized. In the gut, mucus separates trillions of bacteria from nutrient-absorbing cells, maintaining peace between two very different worlds. Tears, saliva, and stomach acid are constant guardians. Tears contain enzymes that pierce bacteria, salts that create inhospitable environments, and antibodies that neutralize viruses. Saliva washes the mouth and throat, supports friendly bacteria, and blocks harmful microbes. At the same time, your stomach protects itself with mucus and continuous cell renewal, balancing destruction with preservation. White blood cells are your body's detectives. They follow chemical signals, locate injured cells, and respond with remarkable precision. Some chase bacteria through tissues, while others stand guard, ready to call for reinforcements. They can squeeze through blood vessels, reshape themselves for efficiency, and once the threat is gone, assist in repair and cleanup. Neutrophils form the front line, rushing to infection sites, engulfing bacteria, releasing destructive chemicals, and even casting DNA nets to trap invaders. Though short-lived, they are essential. Macrophages act like cellular Pac-Man, devouring debris and presenting pieces of invaders to other immune cells, aiding both defense and repair. Dendritic cells are master communicators, relaying critical information from tissues to lymph nodes to orchestrate adaptive responses. Specialized defenders, natural killer cells, and T cells. Natural killer cells patrol constantly, detecting stressed or transformed cells and triggering self-destruction before threats spread.
TEC cells, or memory T cells, remember past infections for decades, responding faster on re-exposure. Helper T cells coordinate attacks like generals, directing macrophages, neutrophils, and B cells to act with precision. B cells create Y-shaped antibodies, gluing invaders together, blocking viral entry, and tagging threats for destruction. They generate vast diversity through gene recombination and refinement, producing plasma cells for long-term defense and memory cells for future protection. Immune factories and training grounds. Your bone marrow is a hidden workshop, producing neutrophils, B cells, and TEC precursors. It balances emergency production during infection with maintenance during calm periods. The thymus trains T cells to distinguish self from non-self, preventing autoimmune attacks while preserving the ability to fight real threats. Lymph nodes act as strategic checkpoints, filtering fluid, amplifying signals, and training immune cells. The spleen filters blood, recycles red cells, and acts as a command center for blood-borne threats. The gut is a vast immune frontier. 70% of your immune cells reside in the gut, interfacing constantly with the outside world. Specialized cells sample contents, report to lymphocytes, and maintain harmony with friendly microbes. This microbial community teaches immune cells to differentiate harmless visitors from dangerous invaders, shaping the balance between aggression and tolerance. Breast milk extends this protection to newborns, delivering antibodies, immune cells, and nutrients that guide the infant's microbiome and early immunity. When immunity misfires. Sometimes the immune system misfires. Lupus triggers antibodies against the body's own DNA, producing inflammation and rashes. Allergies occur when harmless substances like pollen or peanuts are mistaken for threats. Autoimmune diseases, such as type 1 diabetes or multiple sclerosis, result when immune cells attack healthy tissues. Fever is a strategic response, elevating temperature to inhibit pathogens while boosting immune efficiency. Inflammation acts like a controlled fire, bringing defenders and repair molecules to injury sites, orchestrating healing with precision. Memory, vaccines, and herd immunity. The immune system remembers past encounters. Memory T cells and B cells patrol the body, ready to respond faster and more effectively if threats return. Vaccines harness this capability, teaching the immune system to recognize pathogens safely. Herd immunity protects communities by reducing transmission, creating a shared shield that safeguards vulnerable populations. Immune aging, lifestyle, and environment. As we age, immunity gradually declines, but it can be supported. Exercise mobilizes immune cells, strengthens the thymus, reduces inflammation, and promotes gut health. Sleep enhances immune efficiency, boosting memory T cells and natural killer activity. Chronic stress and loneliness suppress immune function, increasing inflammation and susceptibility to infections. Sunlight triggers vitamin D production, essential for immune regulation. Chemical communication and precision defense. Immune cells communicate through cytokines, chemokines, and growth factors, coordinating attacks, repairs, and signaling the brain to adjust behavior during illness. Cytokines can organize defenses, or if unregulated, trigger dangerous storms. Fever and antibodies, and even harmless microbial mimics, all train the immune system to respond with remarkable accuracy. Blood type subtly influences immunity.
and cells can detect even a single wrong amino acid, catching early infections and cancerous changes. Immunity before birth and beyond. Immune protection begins in the womb. Antibodies from the mother, fetal immune cells, and early microbiome exposure prime the newborn's defenses. Microglia shape the developing brain, while sunlight-derived vitamin D fine-tunes immune function.
Modern medicine has found ways to harness the immune system to fight cancer with precision. One approach uses monoclonal antibodies, engineered to cling to proteins found only on tumor cells, marking them for destruction. Another method, called T-cell therapy, involves collecting a patient's own T-cells, reprogramming them to recognize cancer, and returning them to the body. These enhanced cells seek out tumors with remarkable accuracy, making previously hidden cancers vulnerable. Immunotherapy isn't just a treatment, it's a philosophy, using the body's natural intelligence and adaptability to tackle diseases once considered unstoppable. The hyoid bone and immune gateways. Tucked above the larynx, the hyoid bone supports the tongue and swallowing muscles, but it also anchors key immune tissues. The lingual tonsils at the base of the tongue, along with the palatine tonsils and adenoids, form a protective ring at the body's entrances. They constantly sample everything we breathe, swallow, or taste, deploying antibodies or calling in backup within minutes. This early warning system is especially vital in children, whose tonsils are larger and highly active. The hyoid may seem unremarkable, but it guards a critical intersection between the outside world and our inner defenses. Immune cells in the brain. For years, scientists thought the brain was isolated from the immune system. Today, we know that specialized immune cells called microglia live permanently in the brain, quietly maintaining order. They prune dead or unnecessary neurons, support learning, and respond to infection or injury. Certain T cells also patrol the cerebrospinal fluid in controlled ways, protecting neural tissue without disturbing delicate brain function. When threats appear, these brain-based immune cells release signals, summon reinforcements, and initiate repair. Silent but essential, they guard the organ that coordinates all other defenses. The blood-brain barrier, a gatekeeper. The blood-brain barrier is a remarkable molecular shield. It wraps the brain's blood vessels, allowing only select substances through while keeping toxins and most immune cells out. This prevents unnecessary inflammation that could harm sensitive neurons. Yet the barrier is not absolute. During infection, stroke, or chronic inflammation, it can become leaky, letting immune cells and molecules into the brain. Conditions like multiple sclerosis occur when this barrier breaks down too often, allowing aggressive immune cells to attack neural tissue. Even medications struggle to cross it, highlighting the challenge of treating brain diseases. Inflammation and mood. The immune system and brain communicate constantly. When immune cells in the brain are activated by infection, injury, or chronic stress, they release cytokines that alter neurotransmitters and neural circuits. This can produce fatigue, sadness, anxiety, or difficulty concentrating, even without psychological triggers. Chronic inflammation can reshape mood, while temporary inflammation, like that from a cold, can reduce motivation or increase irritability. Understanding this connection has opened new doors in mental health research, suggesting that anti-inflammatory treatments may help with conditions like depression. The gut-brain immune axis. Your gut and brain are connected through nerves, hormones, and immune cells. Microbes in the gut produce molecules that travel through the bloodstream and influence brain function. Some modulate immune activity, which in turn signals the brain to adjust mood, appetite, and alertness. Studies in mice show that certain gut bacteria can reduce anxiety-like behaviors by shaping immune-driven signals. In humans, disruptions in gut microbiota have been linked to depression and irritable bowel syndrome. This three-way conversation, gut, brain, and immune system, is known as the gut-brain immune axis, a powerful feedback loop where changes in one system ripple through the others.
Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
The connection between immunity and mental health goes beyond brain chemistry. It involves the entire body. Feeding the right microbes may one day become part of treating emotional disorders, as the gut-brain immune axis plays a critical role in mood regulation and resilience. The appendix, a microbial safe house. Once thought to be a useless organ, the appendix is now recognized as a refuge for beneficial gut bacteria. Its narrow, sheltered shape allows helpful microbes to survive during illnesses like diarrhea, when much of the intestinal microbiome is wiped out. Once the gut recovers, these bacteria return to restore balance. The appendix is also rich in lymphoid tissue, full of immune cells that monitor gut contents and shape early immune responses. In societies with frequent gastrointestinal infections, it serves as a vital backup system. Even today, removal of the appendix is linked to slightly higher risks of certain gut infections and autoimmune conditions. Far from obsolete, the appendix is a biological archive of microbial allies and an immune outpost, guarding one of the body's busiest frontiers. Shedding immune cells into the environment. Every day, your body leaves traces of immune activity in the spaces you occupy. Millions of immune cells are shed from your skin, airways, and even tiny bits of mucus or saliva. These cells carry fragments of your personal microbial encounters and immune history, some still containing functional antibodies. This invisible cloud of biological material can help scientists track outbreaks, and is one reason people living together tend to develop similar microbiomes over time. Even when alone, your immune system is quietly radiating outward, shaping the ecosystems around you. Neutralizing venom. Some animals, and a few humans, can neutralize deadly snake venom. Specialized antibodies recognize venom proteins, blocking their ability to harm cells or disrupt blood clotting. In humans, immunity is usually acquired artificially through repeated small exposures, a principle that underlies antivenom production. Animals like horses are injected with venom to produce serum rich in neutralizing antibodies, which can then be given to snakebite victims. In nature, animals like mongooses, hedgehogs, and certain birds have evolved natural resistance to venom, turning one of Earth's most potent toxins into a biochemical puzzle their immune systems can solve. Immunity before exposure. The immune system can sometimes defend against threats it has never encountered. Through cross-reactivity, immune cells trained against one pathogen may recognize another with similar structures. This can occur with viruses from a common ancestor or bacteria sharing surface proteins. Vaccines for one disease can even offer partial protection against unrelated infections. In 2020, researchers found that some people carried T cells that reacted to the new coronavirus, likely due to previous exposure to similar harmless viruses. Cross-immunity shows that the immune system builds a flexible map of molecular shapes, using past experience to anticipate threats it has never met. Transplants and immune suppression. When someone receives a transplanted organ, the immune system sees it as a foreign intruder. Even a close match can trigger a powerful response, with T cells and antibodies attacking the new tissue, causing inflammation, scarring, and potential organ failure. To prevent rejection, patients take drugs that suppress immune activity, reducing rejection risk, but leaving them more vulnerable to infections and certain cancers. Researchers are exploring ways to teach the immune system to tolerate transplants through precise reprogramming or using donor immune cells to build mutual acceptance. Transplantation is a delicate balance, granting life while quieting the defenses that normally protect it. Detecting foreign DNA instantly. Cells throughout the body are equipped with molecular sensors that scan for foreign genetic material. These sensors, embedded in the cytoplasm or cell membranes, detect viral genomes, bacterial DNA, or misplaced mitochondrial fragments. When such intruders appear, these sensors trigger an immediate alarm. Enzymes activate, inflammation rises, and antiviral defenses switch on, long before the adaptive immune system joins the fight. This rapid detection forms the first line of defense, keeping your body alert to unseen threats. Rapid immune detection provides crucial early warning, allowing the body to isolate infected cells and limit the spread of pathogens.
This is why many infections never progress beyond the first few hours or days. Even at the smallest scale, the immune system reads the language of molecules, responding in silence and with remarkable precision. Parasites that pacify immunity. Some parasites, such as tapeworms, hookworms, and certain protozoa, have evolved to inhabit hosts without being expelled. Unlike fast-acting pathogens that provoke fever or inflammation, these organisms play a slower game. They release molecular signals that mimic human immune regulators, prompting immune cells to lower their defenses or shift into a state of tolerance rather than attack. These signals can delay T-cell activation, encourage macrophages to adopt repair-focused behaviors, and reduce the release of inflammatory chemicals. Some parasites even stimulate the host to produce more regulatory T-cells, calming inflammation and protecting tissue. This allows the parasite to survive for months or years, often causing only mild fatigue or digestive discomfort. Scientists are now studying these strategies as potential treatments for autoimmune diseases where the immune system mistakenly attacks the body itself. Parasites, masters of survival, may one day help correct immune misfires. HIV, hijacking the immune command center. Human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, does not spread randomly. It targets CD4 T cells, the coordinators of nearly every immune response. These helper cells instruct B cells to produce antibodies, signal cytotoxic T cells to kill infected cells, and regulate immune activity to prevent tissue damage. HIV binds to receptors on CD4 cells, inserts its genetic code, and uses the cell to replicate, destroying it in the process. As CD4 levels drop, the immune system loses its ability to organize defenses, making everyday microbes and viruses dangerous. Without treatment, this leads to AIDS, where even minor infections can be fatal. Modern antiviral therapies can prevent HIV from multiplying, stabilizing CD4 levels and turning HIV into a chronic, manageable condition. Yet no cure exists because the virus hides in silent reservoirs deep within the body. HIV is not just an infection, it is a takeover of the immune system's leadership. Immune overreaction and shock. The immune system usually maintains a delicate balance between attack and recovery. But when this balance fails, immune responses themselves can become life-threatening. In septic shock, invading bacteria trigger a flood of inflammatory chemicals that dilate blood vessels, drop blood pressure, and deprive organs of oxygen. In anaphylactic shock, severe allergies provoke a similar cascade in response to something harmless, like peanuts, insect stings, or medications. Histamine and immune fluids flood the system, constricting airways and collapsing circulation. Immediate medical intervention is crucial to calm the immune response. Shock illustrates that the immune system's protective force must always be carefully regulated to avoid turning defense into danger. Food, friend and foe. Every bite carries more than calories. It delivers information to the immune system. The intestinal lining is populated with immune cells that sample proteins, fats, sugars, and microbial fragments from food. Most of the time, these cells recognize food as safe and allow digestion to proceed without incident. But when a protein is misidentified as a threat, antibodies bind to it, mast cells release histamine, tissues swell, and the body may attempt to expel the supposed invader. Subtle immune reactions may go unnoticed, yet contribute to chronic conditions like celiac disease or irritable bowel syndrome. Conversely, food can support immunity. Fibers nourish beneficial gut bacteria, antioxidants neutralize harmful molecules, and certain fatty acids reduce inflammation. Nutrition and immunity maintain a constant dialogue, shaping health with every bite. Immune signals can change appetite.
When illness strikes and appetite fades, it's not mere disinterest in food. Immune cells actively communicate with the brain, adjusting hunger signals to conserve energy and prioritize defense. This intricate coordination ensures the body allocates resources efficiently during infection, helping recovery even before conscious choices come into play.
During infection or injury, white blood cells release proteins called cytokines that communicate directly with the brain. These molecules travel to regions controlling appetite, metabolism, and energy conservation. The brain responds by reducing hunger, directing more energy toward immune activity and tissue repair instead of digestion. This shift also starves invading microbes of nutrients they might use to grow. Cytokine-driven changes in hormones can make familiar foods seem dull or even unpleasant. Once recovery begins, appetite often returns suddenly, sometimes stronger than before, because the body is ready to replenish energy stores. The immune system does more than defend. It helps decide when it is safe to eat, conserve, and rebuild. Healing begins with immune-driven rebuilding. The moment an injury seals or an infection clears, immunity transitions to reconstruction. Macrophages that spent days clearing bacteria now release growth signals instead of attack signals. These chemical messages summon fibroblasts to weave new collagen, endothelial cells to rebuild blood vessels, and stem cells to replace specialized tissues like skin, muscle, or nerves. Platelets that once helped form a clot now deliver proteins that promote regrowth and prevent excess scarring. This reconstruction unfolds in carefully timed phases, with different immune cells taking leadership as needed. If inflammation lasts too long or repair signals are weak, healing stalls and chronic wounds develop. If repair is too aggressive, excess scar tissue forms, reducing normal function. Healing is not separate from immunity. It is the second chapter of the same story, where destruction gives way to restoration. Platelets, messengers, defenders, and architects. Platelets are often described as tiny fragments that help blood clot, but their role goes far beyond plugging holes. When a blood vessel is damaged, platelets sense exposed proteins in the vessel wall and rapidly form a barrier to prevent blood loss. At the same time, they release chemical signals that call immune cells like neutrophils and macrophages to the site, not just to fight infection, but to remove dead tissue and start repair. Platelets also carry antimicrobial peptides, small proteins that directly kill bacteria, providing an immediate defensive layer before white blood cells arrive. By linking clotting and immunity, platelets act as first-line responders for both trauma and infection. They are not just building blocks of a scab, they are messengers, defenders, and architects of early wound repair. Ancient viral genes aid immunity. Millions of years ago, retroviruses infected early mammals and inserted fragments of their genetic material into host DNA. Over time, some of these viral remnants were co-opted for immune functions. Today, certain proteins that help cells detect viral DNA or warn neighbors of infection trace back to these ancient viral insertions. Even the formation of the human placenta depends on a viral gene that once allowed viruses to fuse cells together. The immune system is not a purely self-made invention. It is a collaborative archive of past conflicts, using fragments of former enemies as tools for future defense. The ghosts of old viruses are no longer threats, they are part of the shield. Circadian rhythms guide immunity. The immune system follows the body's internal clock. During deep sleep, certain white blood cells become more active, moving into tissues to patrol for infections or damage. At dawn, stress hormones rise, signaling some immune cells to return to the bloodstream, preparing the body for exposure to the outside world. Even responses to vaccines or chances of developing a fever vary depending on the time of day. Disrupted circadian rhythms, from night shift work, jet lag, or chronic sleep loss, can weaken immune function and raise inappropriate inflammation.
Immunity is not just a defense mechanism, it is a clock-governed discipline, structured around cycles of rest and activity as old as life itself. Bone infection, when immunity is bypassed. Bones seem solid, but they are living tissue with blood flow and immune activity. Normally, patrolling immune cells prevent bacteria from reaching bone, but fractures that break the skin, joint replacements, or severe bloodstream infections can allow microbes to invade. Once inside, bacteria may form biofilms, sticky layers that shield them from immune cells and antibiotics. The immune system tries to send macrophages and neutrophils into the infected bone, but the enclosed hard structure make full defense difficult, allowing infections to persist and complicate recovery. In severe cases, the body may wall off infected areas, delaying healing or cutting off blood supply entirely. Treating bone infections often requires surgery, extended antibiotics, and immune support, because the usual lines of defense are harder to deploy. Even the strongest structures in the body rely on vigilant immune surveillance. When that vigilance is bypassed, bone becomes as vulnerable as soft tissue. Your immune system learns faster than any computer. Artificial intelligence can analyze billions of data points per second, but it cannot match the adaptive brilliance of your immune system. When a new pathogen enters your body, millions of immune cells produce slightly different receptors, each attempting to bind to the invader. The moment a successful connection is made, the cell that discovered it multiplies rapidly, while ineffective ones fade away. In just a few days, your immune system evolves from having no solution to generating a targeted and highly efficient response. Unlike computers, the immune system does not simply sift through existing possibilities. It creates new ones on the fly and embeds the successful solutions into long-term memory cells, ready to respond even decades later. It learns by living through encounters, growing stronger with every challenge. Adaptive immunity builds your personal defense library. Your immune responses are uniquely yours, shaped by a lifetime of exposure to microbes, foods, vaccines, and environmental triggers. This internal library of defense strategies is stored in memory T cells and B cells, positioned in tissues where enemies are likely to return: blood, lymph nodes, and the gut lining. When a familiar pathogen reappears, memory cells recognize it instantly, producing specialized antibodies and coordinating a rapid response, often before symptoms develop. This biological archive grows continuously, reflecting geography, diet, health history, and even the microscopic ecosystems of your home. Your immune library is a private, powerful form of biological intelligence. Innate immunity reacts immediately to threats. Before the immune system can learn or remember, it deploys rapid automatic responses to keep you alive. This broad defense network, known as innate immunity, includes physical barriers like skin and mucus, as well as cells that respond the moment danger appears. Neutrophils target bacteria within minutes. Mast cells release histamine to widen blood vessels and summon reinforcements, and natural killer cells patrol for viruses or genetically altered cells. These cells do not need training. They are equipped with preset patterns recognizing fragments shared by countless pathogens across evolutionary history. Their action is fast, general, and blunt, like a lock that blocks thousands of keys at once. Innate immunity buys the body precious time for the adaptive system to craft a customized strategy. Without it, infections would be fatal before the body could mount a defense. Chemical camouflage protects healthy tissue. Immune attacks unleash powerful chemicals capable of destroying infected cells, microbes, and even tissue.
But this force requires precision. Normal cells display surface markers acting like recognition codes, signaling immune cells to leave them alone. Infected or cancerous cells lose this code, exposing danger signals that trigger targeted responses. Some responses are even more precise, activating only after entering diseased cells, ensuring destructive forces never harm surrounding tissue. This chemical camouflage allows your body to wage war within its own tissues without collateral damage. The immune system is not only powerful, it is exquisitely selective. Animal superpowers in immunity. Across the animal kingdom, evolution has crafted immune systems that often surpass human capability. Alligators and crocodiles have blood so adaptable it can kill many antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Elephants rarely develop cancer, partly because they carry multiple copies of genes that trigger damaged cells to self-destruct before they mutate further. Nature demonstrates the vast spectrum of immune solutions, offering lessons for human medicine and survival.
Certain species of mice can survive infections that will be fatal to humans. Bats maintain immune systems that remain active at all times, preventing viruses from replicating while avoiding harmful inflammation. Even tiny tardigrades survive freezing, radiation, and years without water, partly due to immune adaptations that protect their molecules from damage. Studying these remarkable immune strategies has already led to medical breakthroughs, including novel antiviral techniques and cancer therapies. The immune system is not a single universal design. It is a diverse and evolving field of biological experimentation, and humans are just one version of the blueprint. Sharks, masters of ancient immunity. Sharks, among the oldest living vertebrates, have immune systems so effective that they have changed little in tens of millions of years. They produce antibodies known as IgNAR, which are smaller, more flexible, and capable of binding to viral or toxin targets that human antibodies cannot reach. Shark antibodies are highly stable, functioning in extreme temperatures or environments that would degrade human immune proteins. Researchers now use these antibodies as templates for designing new medications targeting cancer, autoimmune diseases, and viral infections. The shark immune system is ancient, refined, and still outperforms modern medicine in several ways, an example of evolution finding the right answer early and preserving it. Plants have immune systems too. Plants defend themselves without white blood cells, antibodies, or lymph nodes. Each plant cell has receptors that detect fragments of invading microbes. Once a threat is detected, the plant isolates infected cells, produces antimicrobial chemicals, and may even attract beneficial insects. Some plants send warning signals through roots or air, prompting nearby plants to activate defensive genes or thicken protective barriers. The plant immune system is decentralized and self-managed. It cannot move or heal like animal systems, relying instead on foresight, sacrifice, and chemical warfare. Despite lacking a brain, it is intelligent and coordinated, demonstrating that immunity comes in many forms across life. Training the immune system outside the body. Modern biotechnology allows scientists to train immune cells in the lab, preparing them to fight diseases before they enter the patient. One example is CAR T-cell therapy, where a patient's T cells are engineered to recognize cancer and infused back into the body as highly precise living treatments. Other techniques include growing immune cells from stem cells, exposing them to viral particles or synthetic molecules, and returning them as trained defenders. Vaccines are another form of immune training, using safe imitations of pathogens to build memory without causing illness. These advances transform immunity from a natural defense into a programmable system, opening doors to personalized medicine tailored to individual threats. Space travel challenges the immune system.
Astronauts face environments that challenge immunity in ways Earth never has. Microgravity, radiation, disrupted sleep cycles, and altered microbial exposure. White blood cell activity may decrease, inflammation can rise unpredictably, and latent viruses like herpes may reactivate. Microgravity alters blood flow, slowing immune surveillance, while the gut microbiome shifts, reducing critical communication signals. Studies aboard the International Space Station show that these changes can occur within days and take weeks to normalize after returning to Earth. Space exploration stresses the immune system in unprecedented ways, demanding new strategies to protect the body beyond its home planet. Emotions influence immune proteins. The immune system constantly listens to chemical signals from the brain, which shift with emotional states. Intense fear or stress elevates cortisol levels, which can suppress immune activity, particularly in cells that combat viruses. Emotional health is not separate from physical immunity. It is a vital part of the body's ongoing dialogue between mind and defense.
Loneliness and grief can raise inflammatory molecules, making the body more susceptible to chronic disease. In contrast, positive emotions in social bonding boost natural killer cell activity and encourage the release of proteins that support tissue repair. Even a few minutes of laughter can increase antibody levels in saliva. These effects are real, measurable, and consistent across populations. The mind and immune system are partners in survival, constantly exchanging information about the internal and external world. Emotions are more than mental experiences. They are biochemical signals that influence immune strength, healing speed, and even the aging process. Immune communication with hormones. The immune system constantly talks to the endocrine system, the network of glands that produce hormones. Chemical messengers like cortisol, estrogen, adrenaline, and thyroid hormone all shape immune behavior. Long-term stress raises cortisol, suppressing certain white blood cells and making the body more vulnerable to infection. Hormonal shifts during puberty, menstrual cycles, or pregnancy influence immunity as well. Estrogen can enhance antibody production, while progesterone generally calms immune responses. The conversation goes both ways. Immune cells produce proteins that affect glands in the brain, thyroid, and pancreas. Immunity and metabolism operate as one integrated system, adjusting defense and recovery together. Built-in safety, suicide switches in cells. To prevent runaway reactions, many immune cells contain apoptosis programs, which trigger self-destruction if they become overactive or persist too long. This clears excess cells after an infection is defeated. Even cells targeting viruses or cancer rely on these suicide switches to protect the body when threats cannot be neutralized. Some immune cells patrol tissues specifically to detect cells that fail to self-destruct, triggering the process externally. Programmed cell death may seem extreme, but it allows the immune system to mount powerful attacks without harming the body. Recycling the body's own cells. The immune system doesn't just destroy. It maintains balance by tagging old, damaged, or unnecessary cells for recycling. Signals on the cell surface mark them for removal, and macrophages ingest and break them down into reusable molecules. In the bloodstream alone, millions of red blood cells are recycled every second. This continuous renewal prevents tissue accumulation of damaged cells and supports healthy growth. The immune system is not only a defender, it is a janitor, clearing away the old to make room for the new. Cellular sacrifices for survival. Some immune cells sacrifice themselves to protect the body. Neutrophils, for example, can release their internal structure to form extracellular traps, ensnaring bacteria at the cost of their own lives. Other cells trigger inflammatory forms of cell death that sound alarms and summon reinforcements. Even skin cells die strategically to seal wounds and block infection. Self-sacrifice is rare in nature, but in the immune system, it is routine, a built-in defense mechanism where the survival of the whole outweighs the survival of a single cell. Sneezes and coughs are rapid, mechanical defenses. When immune cells detect irritants like viruses, bacteria, or allergens in the nose or throat, they release chemicals that stimulate nerves, triggering the sneeze reflex. Air blasts out at high speed, carrying pathogens or debris away. Coughing works similarly, using lung pressure to clear particles from the throat and airways. Though uncomfortable, these reflexes are highly effective first-line defenses, physically removing threats before they can spread deeper into the body.
Sneezes and coughs are more than simple reflexes. They are coordinated responses involving the brain, muscles, mucous membranes, and immune signaling. Even the thickness of mucus changes depending on the body's needs. When the immune system is on high alert, mucus becomes heavier and stickier, trapping more particles with each cough or sneeze. These rapid mechanical defenses can stop infections before they penetrate deeper into the respiratory system. Immense recognition capacity. One of the most astonishing features of the immune system is its ability to recognize a staggering variety of patterns. Each B cell and T cell carries a unique receptor created through a genetic shuffling process that recombines DNA segments into new shapes every time a cell develops. This randomness allows the immune system to generate receptors capable of matching viruses, bacteria, fungi, toxins, and even mutated cells that have never existed before. The total number of possible receptor combinations exceeds 1 trillion, though the body usually maintains an active pool of about 1 billion. When a receptor successfully matches an invader, the cell carrying it multiplies rapidly, turning a single discovery into an army of defenders. This biological prediction system relies not on logic, but on variation, selection, and constant renewal. Scarlet fever, when immunity needs medicine. Scarlet fever, caused by a toxin-producing strain of Streptococcus, was once one of the most feared childhood diseases. The immune system fought the bacteria fiercely, but the toxin spread through the bloodstream faster than many patients could tolerate, causing fever, rashes, peeling skin, and sometimes damage to the heart, kidneys, or brain. Even after recovery, autoimmune complications could occur, with the immune system attacking its own tissues. The introduction of penicillin in the 20th century transformed scarlet fever from deadly to treatable, demonstrating that medicine and immunity are not rivals, they are partners. Their collaboration has shaped human history and saved countless lives. Lifetime immune memory. Some infections or vaccines generate immunity so strong that it can last decades from a single exposure. Smallpox, measles, and yellow fever are examples where memory cells can remain active for 70 years or longer. These cells carry stable copies of antibodies and T-cell receptors ready to reactivate quickly if the pathogen returns. The bone marrow contributes as well, housing plasma cells that release small amounts of antibodies continuously, maintaining baseline protection without triggering full inflammation. Not all pathogens allow this durable memory. Rapidly changing viruses like coronaviruses may evade it. But when conditions are right, the immune system can create defenses that outlast the individual. When the immune system goes rogue. Sometimes the same immune response that saves a life during infection can cause long-term problems. Autoimmune conditions like rheumatic fever after a strep infection or Guillain-Barré syndrome after certain viral infections occur when the immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissues. molecular mimicry is often the culprit. Proteins on invading microbes closely resemble proteins in the body, and once the immune system learns to attack one, distinguishing the difference becomes difficult. This is not a sign of weakness, it is an evolutionary trade-off. The immune system must respond aggressively to survive infection, even if occasional misfires occur. The price of protection is precision, and sometimes precision is imperfect. Natural resistance across generations. Populations exposed to specific pathogens over centuries can develop stronger natural defenses even without vaccines or medicine. In regions with endemic malaria, people carrying the sickle cell trait are less likely to die from the disease because the altered shape of their red blood cells hinders parasite replication. Similarly, genetic variations arising after historic plagues in Europe provide resistance to certain viral infections. The body's immune story is not only one of individual defense, but of inherited adaptation, shaped by the battles faced across generations.
Even individual bodies show gradual growth in resistance after mild infections. The immune system continually refines its responses to everyday microbes in the environment. Resistance is not the same as immunity, but it provides a biological head start powered by evolution, adaptation, and immune memory. The body does more than react to disease. It learns, rewrites itself, and prepares future generations to survive threats that the past could not avoid. Viruses hiding in nerve cells. Some viruses have developed strategies of extraordinary patience, evading the immune system by hiding within nerve cells where surveillance is limited and inflammatory responses are tightly controlled. Herpes viruses, for example, retreat into the long branching structures of neurons after an initial infection, remaining dormant for years or decades until triggers like stress or illness reactivate them. The varicella virus, which causes chickenpox in childhood, can later reemerge as shingles from this hidden reservoir. Rabies, polio, and certain forms of meningitis also exploit the nervous system as a protected sanctuary, highlighting the clever survival strategies of pathogens. The regenerative spleen. Often overlooked, the spleen plays a vital role in filtering blood, recycling red blood cells, and supporting immune defenses. It removes damaged cells, stores emergency platelets, and houses immune cells ready to respond to blood-borne threats. Remarkably, if part of the spleen is removed due to surgery or injury, the remaining tissue can regenerate, restoring much of its original function. Clusters of stem-like cells rebuild both the filtering structures and the immune tissue, demonstrating the organ's adaptability and resiliency. Even a small fragment can expand to compensate for the lost portion, showing that the immune system is not only defensive, but also regenerative. Floating immune sensors in the bloodstream. The bloodstream is more than a transport system. It carries tiny immune sensors designed to detect threats before immune cells even arrive. Pattern recognition molecules bind to fragments of bacteria, viruses, and injured cells, triggering cascades that label invaders for destruction or directly dismantle them. A prominent example is the complement system, a network of proteins that puncture microbial membranes, tag pathogens for phagocytosis, or stimulate localized inflammation. These proteins patrol constantly, acting faster than any single cell and forming an active, unsleeping surveillance network. Without them, the immune system would be slower to respond, increasing risk from rapidly spreading infections. Antimicrobial peptides, molecular weapons. Antimicrobial peptides are short chains of amino acids that act as built-in antibiotics. Produced by immune cells, skin, gut, and respiratory lining, these peptides puncture microbial membranes, destroying bacteria, fungi, and some viruses. Unlike traditional antibiotics, microbes rarely develop resistance to these peptides because they target structures essential for survival. Some animals, like frogs and insects, rely almost entirely on these peptides, while humans produce dozens specialized for specific threats.
Researchers are now exploring ways to harness them as new medicines to combat antibiotic resistance. These molecules, simple yet highly effective, are a testament to evolution's long mastery of molecular-scale defense. The challenge of rapid viral mutation. Viruses often mutate faster than the immune system can track. Influenza, for example, changes its surface proteins annually, requiring updated vaccines each year. HIV evolves even faster, mutating inside a single patient to evade immune pressure by continually altering its appearance. These rapid changes result from fast reproduction and frequent copying errors in viral genetic material, making viral infections among the most challenging threats for the immune system to overcome.
Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
Some viruses even thrive on their own errors, using rapid mutation as fuel for adaptation. When a virus evolves faster than the immune system can respond, the body enters a constant chase, building defenses that become obsolete weeks or months later. This is not a weakness of immunity, it is biology moving at different tempos, where speed itself can determine survival. Immune cells with tentacles. Certain immune cells, including dendritic cells and macrophages, extend long, flexible structures called filopodia into their surroundings to sample the environment. These tentacles detect microbes, chemical signals, and damaged tissue before the cell moves closer. They can stretch through gaps between cells, slide along blood vessel walls, or wrap around particles before bringing them back for internal analysis. In the gut, dendritic cells extend filopodia through the intestinal lining to sample bacteria in the lumen, gathering information without breaching the protective barrier. These structures constantly reshape themselves, respond to chemical cues, and trigger immune reactions when danger is detected. Immune surveillance is not mere movement, it is active exploration guided by living sensors. Fever. Turning up the heat on invaders. Fever is often seen as a symptom, but it is a deliberate and strategic immune response. When pathogens are detected, immune cells release pyrogens that instruct the brain to raise body temperature. Most bacteria and viruses grow best at normal temperature, so a few degrees of heat slow their reproduction. Meanwhile, immune cells move, divide, and attack more rapidly. Fever also boosts production of heat shock proteins, which protect healthy cells while allowing them to function in warmer conditions. The liver shifts metabolism to provide extra resources for immune activity. Fever is not a mistake. It is a carefully controlled state that tilts the battlefield in the body's favor, returning to normal once the threat passes. The walls of the digestive tract house the body's largest collection of immune tissue, known as gut-associated lymphoid tissue, or GALT. This system monitors trillions of microbes, deciding which are harmless, helpful, or dangerous. Specialized cells patrol the gut, lymph nodes sample bacterial fragments, and antibodies are released directly into digestive fluids. Gut immune cells must tolerate beneficial bacteria while remaining ready to destroy harmful invaders. They maintain peace through anti-inflammatory signals and molecules that strengthen the intestinal barrier. Disruption of this balance can lead to autoimmune conditions or chronic inflammation. The gut immune network works in partnership with the microbiome, forming a living negotiation between the body and its microbial residents. Allergies to cold, light, and vibration. Most people think of allergies as reactions to pollen, food, or animal dander, but the immune system can also respond to physical triggers like temperature, sunlight, or vibration. Cold urticaria, exposure to cold air or water, triggers histamine release, causing itching, swelling, and hives. Solar urticaria, UV light, can provoke a similar reaction, even through clouds or glass. Vibratory angioedema,
Repetitive mechanical pressure, such as running, clapping, or using power tools, can trigger immediate immune responses. These rare conditions show how sensitive and complex immune signaling can be. The line between what is foreign and what is simply unfamiliar is not always clear. Water as a threat. Aquagenic urticaria. Some individuals' immune systems even treat water as a threat. Aquagenic urticaria is one of the rarest immune disorders, causing hives, redness, or burning whenever skin contacts water, regardless of temperature or purity. The reaction is triggered not by chemicals, but by the mistaken release of histamine. Even sweat, tears, or rain can provoke symptoms. Fewer than 100 cases have been confirmed worldwide. It is not a true allergy, yet the immune response behaves like one, activating mast cells beneath the skin. The root cause is unclear, but some researchers suggest that water may dissolve natural skin compounds that then penetrate deeper layers, triggering immune activation.
A sneeze is more than a simple reaction to dust or irritation. When the immune system detects foreign particles in the nasal passages, it triggers not only a burst of air, but also the release of immune cells, mucus, and antimicrobial proteins. These components coat expelled droplets, turning them into tiny immune-charged capsules that disperse into the surrounding air. Some of these cells, like neutrophils and macrophages, are fully functional and capable of binding pathogens before they reach a new host. Even expelled mucus carries molecules and antibodies designed to trap or neutralize microbes. A sneeze is not just an escape mechanism, it is a last act of defense, sending both irritants and immune tools into the environment. Immunity across the lifespan. Human immunity is not static. In infancy, the immune system relies on protection passed from the mother through antibodies and breast milk. As children grow, their immune systems rapidly learn from vaccines, environmental microbes, and early infections. The thymus, a gland behind the breastbone, is most active during childhood, training T cells to distinguish self from foreign invaders. In adulthood, the immune system is at its peak, balancing rapid response with long-term memory. But with age, immune cells replicate more slowly. Inflammation becomes harder to resolve, and the thymus gradually stops producing new T cells. This process, known as immune aging, makes older adults more susceptible to infections and less responsive to vaccines. Lifestyle factors such as sleep, diet, and social connections can slow this decline, demonstrating that immunity is both biological and lived. Sniper-like immune cells. Cytotoxic T cells, often called killer T cells, act as precision snipers against infected cells. Unlike broader defenses such as inflammation or fever, they target individual cells with molecular accuracy. These cells patrol tissues, checking protein signatures on cell surfaces. When they identify viral proteins or early signs of cancer, they release chemicals that destroy the target while sparing surrounding healthy cells. After an infection, some remain as memory T cells, ready to respond more rapidly if the same virus returns. Their efficiency, discipline, and restraint inspire new cancer therapies designed to mimic these natural snipers. Rapid immune movement. Immune cells, such as neutrophils and macrophages, can move astonishingly fast in the bloodstream and tissues, often traveling many times their own length per minute. By reshaping their internal skeletons, they glide through vessel walls and across tissue, guided by chemical trails from injured cells or invading microbes. This speed allows immune cells to intercept rapidly replicating bacteria before they reach dangerous levels. Compared to bacteria, which rely on passive spread or flagella, immune cells behave like highly optimized machines. When they arrive first, healing can occur quickly and sometimes without noticeable symptoms. The limitless diversity of antibodies. The immune system can produce an almost infinite variety of antibodies, each with a unique shape that binds a specific part of a virus, bacterium, or toxin. These shapes are created through a random shuffling of DNA segments in developing B cells, a process so versatile that the human body can theoretically generate more than 1 trillion different antibodies. Even synthetic molecules can trigger antibody production. These antibodies neutralize invaders and tag them for destruction by other immune cells. Within each person, this creates a constantly evolving biological catalog of defenses, shaped by past exposures and new encounters. In this way, the immune system is not only reactive, but also predictive and adaptive, a living library of protection.
Your immune system is creative, inventing solutions as needed. Among the vast network of immune cells, some are specialized first responders. Mast cells line tissues near the skin, lungs, and digestive tract, ready to release histamine during sudden injury or infection. Neutrophils leave the bloodstream within minutes, engulfing bacteria and releasing antimicrobial chemicals. Natural killer cells scan for signs of viral takeover or cancerous changes, destroying threats before they can spread. These early actions are highly organized, coordinated by chemical signals that sequence cell activity. Without these fast-moving responders, infections could multiply before the adaptive immune system builds a targeted defense. They act as shields, buying time for the body to restore balance. Flexible white blood cells. White blood cells can change shape to move through tissues. In the bloodstream, they appear round and compact, but to enter tissue, they soften, stretch, and flow through openings smaller than themselves. By rearranging proteins and reshaping their internal skeleton, they pass between tightly packed cells without damage. Inside tissues, they crawl like travelers through a dense forest, patrolling for infections unreachable by blood flow alone. They can even exit the bloodstream in one place and re-enter elsewhere, continuing their patrol. These cells are mobile, adaptable, and unconstrained by physical barriers. Immune work during sleep. Sleep is not downtime for the immune system. At night, stress hormones drop, allowing immune cells to move and interact more freely. The lymphatic system increases its flow, clearing debris from the brain while immune cells circulate efficiently. The body produces more infection-fighting proteins during sleep, and memory immune cells strengthen long-term defenses. Inflammation is carefully managed, creating the ideal environment for tissue repair and immune coordination. Without adequate sleep, these processes falter, making the body more vulnerable and slowing recovery. Fatigue as strategy. The tiredness you feel during illness is intentional. Immune cells release molecules called cytokines that signal the brain, prompting rest, reduced appetite, and energy conservation. Fatigue directs resources toward defense and repair, encourages isolation to prevent spreading infection, and even alters mood and motivation. Tiredness is not weakness. It is strategy encoded in the immune system to optimize survival. Ever-active immune system. Your immune system never stops. From birth to death, millions of immune cells patrol blood, tissues, and organs, removing damaged cells, detecting early infection, and maintaining balance with friendly microbes. Its activity adapts with age, stress, and environment, but never pauses. Communication through chemical signals and memory lasting decades keeps the system vigilant. Even in sleep, distraction, or stress, the immune system is scanning, learning, and acting. The silence you feel is not inactivity. It is harmony, created by a tireless biological force keeping you safe. A final reflection. As we close this quiet journey through the invisible world inside you, remember the constant, patient work happening beneath your skin. Millions of years of evolution have crafted a system focused on one purpose: keeping you alive, whole, and safe. Even when you cannot feel it, your body is moving, thinking, adapting, and learning on your behalf. Let that truth settle around you like a soft blanket. Let your muscles relax. Let sleep take the space your thoughts have been holding. Trust that the part of you that never sleeps is still awake, keeping time with the silence of the night. Good night.